magic and makes a difference. A goal surely should be enough for them for their first 3 points of his NWFL Premiership Super 6, but this time it's a turn of Edoquist to come forward. Goodness Azigwe. Keeper swings in. Shoulder by goalkeeper, will surely blames herself for that horrible mistake made. Good ball lays forward now for another opportunity. She should do better this time. A big opportunity for River Sanger. It's another blunder from the defenders of the other Queens. Oh my glorious God! They're having a reverse case, which happened against Conference Queen. They're giving it a replica for River Sanger to have a joyful day.
For the performance there by the ladies in question right now, because they are playing at the Gumida Stadium, rather Bayelsa State, where South East Stadium, the place where action is taking place in the NWFL Super 6. Welcome you on the show, Sports Update on Trust TV. I'm Adini Ajishafe. We run you through all those activities happening in the world of sport for the next 25 minutes for you to have an idea of the update there. Well, right now, starting from the home scene, NWFL Super 6 is taking place in Bayelsa State, in Agua precisely, at the Siasia Stadium. Well, we look at that particular first story. Super 6 match day 4. Bayelsa Queens versus Heartland Queens ends in draw. The two teams actually locked down earlier today, and they fought hard to see who will win this particular battle. Ended in draw, and right now giving Bayelsa Queens 8 points. They are actually standing on 7 points, but right now they have 8 points. Heartland Queens also are not giving up. They also want to see how they can make it, although it's a big one for Bayelsa, because they just have to look at the outcome of the match between Rivers Queens, who are also fighting hard to see how they can win their game as we speak right now. But a big one in the NWFL, as Edo will also be facing Nasarawa Amazons. All these games coming up in the NWFL Super 6. And also, we continue to give you updates concerning that. All the teams, the 6 teams, are fighting hard to see how they will win this particular battle in Yenagua, Bayelsa State. Well, it's still a do or die affair, because all of them will actually fill up all the games that they need to play before the final game, where the winner will be emerging there. Well, kudos to all the teams that are participating in this championship. Right now, we'll move away from women category of NWFL. We'll talk about the men's football right now, but this time around it has to do with the under 13 boys taking place in Nasarawa State. Some are also taking place in Oyo State alongside Plateau State, but this time around we are focusing on Nasarawa State under 13 Cup, where Doma local government under 13 beat Kokona to battle Akwanga local government in semi-final. While Doma and Akwanga did so well, they were able to win their game. Doma defeated Kokona in that game, while Akwanga also did well by being able to win their own game against Nasarawa in their own encounter. Well, today we have a feel of those games being played in Nasarawa State. We go on the short break. By the time we return, Sports Update will continue. What a walloping there coming from Lafayette against Kefi, the under-13 competition taking place in Lafayette, Nasarawa State capital there. All the teams across the local government are fighting for honors in the under-13. This is a very good initiative because it catch them young, as a lot of talented players will be discovered. Aside that, I mentioned earlier that it's also taking place in Plateau State and also Oyo State in football for boys under-13, where all the talented players are showcasing their talent. Well, with that, all these talented players will actually be given a chance to at least be able to showcase their talent by the time they turn 17, 21 or 20, and then to Super Eagles. You can see how those young ones were able to do the bit of playing football on that particular pitch. Well, we'll cross over from football now. Let's talk about the Dungan Slam sport, where we have a team from Nigeria called Rivers Whoopers, the Kingsmen as they call them. Right now, they travel straight down to Kigali, Rwanda, to participate in the playoff of the BAL, Basketball African League, taking place in Kigali. And right now, the big thing is the fact that the team will be facing their nemesis. Well, they actually play against AS Douanes of Senegal when they were playing in the Sahara Conference. They actually met twice, were able to win one, and it was a fantastic performance from our team. Rivers Whoopers were not given the chance at all when that particular Sahara Conference began, but they were able to do it against all odds, and they triumphed in that encounter, winning 4 games, and they were able to come first in Sahara Conference. Now they qualify to play in the playoffs, and they'll be facing AS Douanes of Senegal in the playoff 2 over there in Kigali on Saturday. That game is a game that their coach, Odaudu, is already talking tough, that they will make sure they get to the podium. They want to prove a lot of basketball pundits, or rather buffs, wrong, because they know that it takes time for them to actually match up to this level after being there in 2021, and now they can make it again by bettering the lot they actually had in 2021 by getting to the podium of the BAL Africa 2024. Well, let's just have a feel of what's happening concerning that particular game they play against AS Douanes in the Sahara Conference, and after that, we'll be right back after this timeout.
Haruna drops it into the paint. Nice turn from Diakite. The speed of that is just top quality from Diakite.
He is physical, he's big. He doesn't look 16 years old when he plays that way inside the paint.
Perry gets the pass, gets the shot. Oh, bring it on. Perry time. Hits a big 3. Too much space. Shot clock down to 5. Haruna's got to go for a mid-range 2. Perry picks it up, gets it out to Amayo. Is he going to put it up for Ike? Oh my! Still 6 points ahead. AS Douanes. Perry does really well. Steals the ball, waits for a little bit of support. Eke goes back out to Perry. Oh, he has the ball flung back, and there's a good opportunity. Big 3 from Amazing Amayo.
Excellent take.
5 seconds remaining. Got to get a shot in. There's Boissy. He goes up for 3. Oh, it's a beauty of a shot from Boissy. Ike going to come across and provide his teammate with the screen. It's a big 3-pointer. Wow! That was from the suburbs from Amayo. Baseline. The door picks it up. Haruna. The 3-point Haruna score that sends.
Shoot that ball.
Here we go then. This is the last play. Mike Fofana tries to go.
Well, a good one for our team there. Rivers Super, they call it, actually face AS Douanes also on Saturday. Well, hopefully they will do well in this competition. They actually been talking that they want to make it to the podium, according to their coach Odaudu, wishing them the best there as they prosecute their games at the Basketball African League taking place in Kigali, Rwanda. Now, away from the Dungan Slam sport, we come back to football, but this time around we go straight to Ghana and talk about the West African Football Union taking a particular decision concerning the time of the games that will be coming up in the semi-finals, both the fourth and the second semi-finals. Right now, that particular story has been changed. Let's look at it. West African Football Union changes time for WAFU B under 17 semi-final fixtures. Right now, they've actually adjusted the time. Let's look at the timing of those WAFU B under 17 semi-finals that will be coming up. The games of Ghana, Burkina Faso will be coming off 5 p.m. Ghana time to 6 p.m. It was supposed to be 4, but now that's been pushed down to 5 as Ghana time, and 6 p.m. Nigerian time. For Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire, they call them Baby Elephant, against Golden Eagles of Nigeria, 8 p.m. Ghana time, and that's going to be 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So they have to shoot it down at least where everyone can enjoy those games now. Well, Nigerian game will be coming up by 9 p.m. Nigerian time against Cote d'Ivoire. It's going to be a tough one, because we know that that game will actually speak a lot of volume. That's to do with the two teams playing just like the senior category of it. We remember AFCON, where Cote d'Ivoire Elephant actually dislocked Nigeria in the final of that competition. But right now, we have the chance to also pay them back by winning that particular game. So Coach Vandu Garuba and the entire squad of under-17 team of Nigeria will be battle ready to make sure they win this game over there in Ghana. Wishing them the best as they prosecute their semi-final game against Cote d'Ivoire by 9 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. Wishing them the best there. Quickly, we'll move away from there and talk about the fixtures for Friday. We have about 2 games coming up over there in Europe. We have Genoa against Bologna in the Italian Serie A, and also Girona against Granada. Those are the games slated for this evening by the time all the 4 teams actually comes up in Italian Serie A, and also in Spanish La Liga. No longer news that the team of the moment, well, you can't take it away from them. Atalanta, Inter Milan, all of them doing so well in their respective category of competing. And also in La Liga, well, for Real Madrid, they've actually made it, and also the Champions League. So let's see how it goes by the time June 4th actually comes closer, where they'll be fighting for honor against Borussia Dortmund there. While we're talking about that particular story has to do with Champions League. Well, UEFA Champions League will be having a new format. Well, even though it has been reviewed earlier on, but now some adjustment has been made. Quickly, let's look at it. UEFA Champions League format next season. We also have games on Thursday. That's a little mix up there. We also have games on Thursday. And now let's look at the new Champions League 2024-2025 format. First match day will be played on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Last match day will be with 18 games simultaneously. So all the games will be played simultaneously. Nobody can actually, no team rather, can claim one team actually cheated. So they all play the games simultaneously. That's about 18 games on the last day. That is on Thursday. 1st to 8th qualify for the round of 16 to be run like a league, while 9th to 24. We play playoffs to see who stays on in the UEFA Champions League format. Still continue on the format. Let's look at the other side of the format of Champions League. 36 teams will be concluded, at least will be competing from 32. 36 teams total included. Group stages are replaced by one big league table. Like I said, it's going to be like a league table. Each team plays 10 games in the first phase, 5 home, 5 away. 100 additional games. The top 8 sides in the league phase will qualify automatically for the knockout stage. Teams finishing 9th to 24th place will compete in a 2-leg playoff to secure their path to the last 16. They'll be playing playoff there from number 9 to 24, while number 1 to 8 will automatically qualify. Well, that's just to take you on concerning the new rules coming from UEFA Champions League for next season, 2024-2025 season. There are a lot of development. It will take time before a lot of people are used to it. People are used to all the away and home goal actually being counted. But now it's a different ball game because it's going to be running like a league. So a tough one to get it right. But before then, Real Madrid have actually done the business of winning so many times, 14 times, and now they are gunning for the 15th one. And who knows, maybe they will get it done by the time they face Borussia Dortmund in that epic final. Well, quickly, let's go on a short break. Let's have a feel of that last game of the of the Premier League, where Arsenal fans were praying that Man City will lose, but alas, they never ever gave up. They did it against West Ham. But today they are West Ham against Manchester City. They've done it again, making that particular record. Talking about the citizens at the Etihad Stadium, making that business of winning the Premier League again. For Pep Guardiola, he's the king of that particular trophy. Right now, we're going through some stories in the world of transfer. As a big one, after they agreed that he won't be leaving, he actually said he will be leaving in January or thereabout. By April, they actually begged him to stay. And now, by May, just earlier, before we entered the studio, the news came out that the man called Xavi, legend, and he comes to Barcelona color, has been sacked. Well, right now, let's look at that story. Barcelona sacks manager Xavi lined up former Bayern Munich boss Hansi Flick as replacement. And that's coming after Joan Laporta. Right now, he's not too happy for the fact that after they agreed that he will be staying, he actually came up with the financial ability of that club, and he's not too happy about that. And that is the factor that actually determines him being booted out by the hierarchy of Barcelona. And right now, Xavi being sacked is not an issue that is too good with a lot of legend of Barcelona. Looking at the fact that being treated in such a way is not too good, because they were the one that actually told him that he will be staying. And right now, the man has been booted out by the hierarchy of Barcelona there. Well, for Xavi, that's a painful one, because it was almost, in fact, he said he will be leaving, and they had to tell him that he will be staying, and now being booted out. Hansi is coming to take over. Everything has been agreed just for the announcement, and also the unveiling. They're actually waiting for there. For Xavi, well, he just have to go back and regroup and see where he can actually earn another call as a coach or manager over there in Europe. For Barcelona, they move on to see how Hansi can turn things around. Still talking about transfer stories now, let's talk about Chelsea. Chelsea joined race with Manchester United for £16 million rated player. His name is Aaron Anselmino. Anselmino is an Argentine player, but right now, news have it that Chelsea and Manchester United are really locking hands to see how they can get the signature of this young man. Well, are we going to be seeing another scenario of Mikel Obi, Chelsea and Manchester United? Hopefully, let's see what happens concerning this, because right now, Chelsea, they've joined the race for this young, very talented player. His name is Aaron Anselmino. £16 million rated for the teenager. A teenager worth about £16 million. You know how good and how talented he is. But the two teams, the Red Devils and the Blues, are locking on right now to see how they can get his signature. And let's see where this particular battle will actually be pitching tent at the end of the day. Well, still talking about transfer. This time around, we go to London, talking about Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur considering bid for Nottingham Forest Callum Hudson-Odoi. Odoi, a former player of Chelsea, but right now with Nottingham Forest, Postecoglou is trying to consider how we can get him to join him over there from Tottenham Hotspur straight down to London, where we'll be joining them at the Tottenham Hotspur playground there. Well, let's hope and see. Anything can still happen. Maybe Odoi will be moving straight down, rather, to Tottenham to see how he can improve on his play time with the London team called Tottenham Hotspur there. Now we go straight to Italy. AC Milan. They have a man called Stefano Pioli. Pioli right now will no longer be with them next season, because news have it that Pioli to leave a year before his contract ends. His contract is supposed to be ending 2025, but now a year before that time, he's actually backing out, and AC Milan manager Stefano Pioli to leave that particular club. They call them the Rossoneri, and he will be leaving the Rossoneri after being able to win the Scudetto with them. Well, right now it actually fought hard. Coming second will be a bad thing. After all, their last game against Salernitana, where will be his last match, it's actually a game they will be playing for fun. They already secured that second position behind Inter Milan, the Azzurris, in the race for the Scudetto. For AC Milan, they'll be gunning for another manager that will take over there at San Siro. And the last one has to do with English Premier League, where three managers right now have been lined up by Chelsea. Let's look at that story. Ipswich Town, Kieran McKenna, Leicester City's Enzo Maresca, and Brentford's Thomas Frank on four-man Chelsea shortlist. They've actually shortlisted four coaches to see who they will pick as the potential manager for the Blues right now, after they actually separated with Pochettino. But from the way it is, they have Kieran McKenna, that's Leicester City Enzo Maresca, and Brentford manager, who's also trying to see how he can make it there. Talking about Frank. Well, all these are the lined up managers that Chelsea are looking at, although anything can happen. You just can't say never. Football can be so unpredictable. Maybe they have someone, maybe the fourth candidate on name could be the one to pick that particular role of Chelsea manager. For the past 8 seasons, Chelsea already changed almost 7 managers. A big one there. They need to get it right when it comes to management, and for the teams to go well with the Blues right now. That's it on all the update in the world of sport that we just brought to you, for you to have a feel of what is happening there. On the show, Sports Update on Trust TV, Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks.